While side-scrolling games have made a big comeback on the downloadable front, few have dared to place a full-price 2D platformer on store shelves next to AAA juggernauts. Fortunately, Ubisoft has a good reason to believe that their newest Rayman game deserves to be next to the most popular 3D titles on the market. With New Super Mario Bros. Proving to be increasingly uninspired, and Donkey Kong Country Returns not quite living up to its predecessor standards, the AAA platforming crown is up for grabs. After saving the land during the events of Origins, Rayman and his companions are awakened by Murphy, who informs them of the havoc caused by the nightmares and 5 dark teensies. The princesses and the teensies of the land have been captured, and of course it's up to Rayman and his crew to defeat these new threats. The plot quickly takes a back seat in classic platforming game fashion, and is really of little consequence. Every tool in Origins' bag of tricks finds its way into Legends. Controls are spot on, every jump, swing, and attack is responsive, and failure is only the result of your own ineptitude. Murphy, who was introduced back in Rayman 2, is Legend's biggest gameplay addition. Murphy can activate special objects in the environment, whether it's sliding platforms back to shield yourself from flowing lava, or rotating objects to keep Rayman out of the line of sight of a laser beam. Utilizing Murphy in conjunction with the standard platform mechanics is a welcome challenge. On the Wii U, Murphy can be controlled via the Wii U's touchpad for a more unique gameplay experience, but having his actions dedicated to a button press on the Xbox, PS3, and PC are no less enjoyable. Rayman Legends will not leave you wanting for content. With a lengthy campaign spanning across 5 unique worlds and a truckload of unlockables that effectively doubles its length, each level has a time trial mode titled Invaded, which challenges players to save 3 teensies within a set time. These can be quite addicting and may develop an obsessive desire to shave seconds off of each run and to improve your standing on the worldwide leaderboard. After saving every princess and teensy within a setting and trapping the evil teensy, a very special music stage is unlocked. These levels sync every jump, enemy takedown, and pickup to the notes of a popular tune, such as a flamenco rendition of Survivor's Eye of the Tiger and a uniquely styled rendition of Ram Jam's Black Betty. Scratch cards can be earned, which can unlock several things, among which are levels from Rayman Origins that have been remastered. These levels have improved graphics and teensies to rescue. 8-bit remixes of a few of the levels in Legends are also unlockable. These levels feature special 8-bit remix songs and filters which ramp up the difficulty by impairing your vision. These are a bit underwhelming compared to the special Land of the Living Dead levels in Origins, however. The boss fights are also underwhelming. All of Rayman Legends levels can be played with up to 3 friends locally, and on the Wii U, a 5th person can control Murphy. While playing solo, the on-screen action is chaotic and fast-paced. Adding more players to the mix makes the action even more riotous. Playing successfully with other players involves syncing your movements up and communicating how Murphy will be used. Like most co-op platformers, once a player dies they can be tagged back in, so death isn't much of a consequence and usually elicits a few laughs. A Rayman-inspired soccer game is also available. It's a bit upsetting that none of these modes can be played online. Rayman Legends takes an already impressive graphical foundation set by its predecessor and makes several major additions. Characters have much deeper highlights and shadows, making their forms much more apparent and allowing them to look more natural when set against the game's rich backdrops. Levels are also composed of more layers, and the integration of 3D models gives each level a greater sense of depth. The hand-drawn aesthetic benefits from an extremely vibrant color palette and obsessively detailed props. The summation of these elements rivals anything that Studio Ghibli or Disney have put on the big screen. Animations are expressive, exaggerated, and fluid, giving Rayman and his friends an intoxicatingly playful aura. Despite being a side-scrolling game, Legends is perhaps the best-looking game on this generation of consoles, and its rich style ensures that it will remain attractive as graphics technology advances. Legends' visual style is perfectly complemented by an equally whimsical and brilliant soundtrack. Its tunes will have you humming and whistling along, whether it's the original compositions in the game's soundtrack or the hilarious covers of popular songs. The combination of ukuleles, didgeridoos, whistling, and clapping gives Rayman's soundtrack an unmistakable and distinct signature. It's easily one of the best in gaming. The chirps, squeaks, and grunts elicited by the creatures populating Rayman's world recall the animated films of Sylvie and Chomet, and in concert with the wonderful animations create a jubilant mood. Rayman Legends manages to improve upon Origins in every way, a feat most impressive given how extraordinary Origins was. The lackluster boss fights and disappointing 8-bit levels don't sour the rest of this incredible package. It's a lengthy and rewarding game that is bolstered by phenomenal visuals, animations, and a distinct soundtrack. Rayman Legends stands shoulder to shoulder with great side-scrolling platformers like Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country 2. I hope Nintendo is taking notes, because with Rayman around, Mario may not have a place in 2 dimensions any longer.